Hi, friend.
Hello. Welcome to Thrift Talk, everybody. Your weekly dose of Aiel news. I am Rob, your token Wetlander, and these are my fabulous co-hosts. How is everyone doing?
Fabulous.
I'm doing almost as fabulous as I wish as Leigh-A is being fabulous right now. She's
right?
Fabulous.
Liz, fantastic.
I'm channeling your fabulous into me. I love it.
Yeah, this is something else. I love it. And tell us what inspired your look today, Leigh-A.
Well, there's this TV show on. I don't know if anybody's heard about it. It's been on for a little while, but it's really good. I highly recommend you guys go watch it. It's this thing. It's based on a book. It's called The Wheel of Time. Not sure, but one of the characters has.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, she sings a song. She's got an okay voice. And she's playing it with a guy with a guitar who's also like, they're okay. But she wears this really cool head turban. And I was like, I want to see if I can do that. And I did.
You did. How long did it take? I want to know. Because it looks amazing.
It's fantastic.
It was about 10 minutes. And it was mostly because the scarf that I chose, it's very, I chose it because it's one of my longer scarves. But it's very, silky and satiny and just, kept slipping. And trying to get it to twist and fold in the back so it holds this shape, and I'm just like, and plus I did a big CrossFit workout yesterday, so my arms are just completely mellow. I'm like, I hate everything about this idea.
Well, it turned out beautifully.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes.
10 minutes were well spent, I think.
Yeah, so I got my second arm workout in 2 days.
Yeah, I agree.
Just think how many they had to do on the show. I'm sure that Elaine wasn't the only one wearing a headdress like that.
Then they have somebody doing putting the headgear on, and I'm sure it was kind of a just you just plop it on.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
You gotta think that the entire hair and makeup crew has to have really strong arms and really unique arm ways, right? Most hairdressers, because you're you just have to have your hands up in this shape for so long, and whenever I try and do anything to my hair, I get my hands get so tired.
Yeah,
keeping them up there. I can imagine that they just have very interesting arm musculature to be able to do that with even more complex things than super silky fabrics.
Yeah, we'll put that on. We'll put that on the questions if we ever have one of the hair and makeup people on the show. So tell us, with your arms constantly up around people's heads, how what's your
the costuming, some of that material just gets and you have to and you've got to do it expeditiously, so you need to be able to hold these things and get them into place, and that is a very holding things up like this for a long time.
Malkier idea. If you bring the costumers back, you can just measure forearms and biceps, and everybody will have to guess whose is whose.
Or you can have a contest who can hold something up longer, or than one of the costumers, test your strength. Can you hold this hair piece up longer than the other ones?
Yeah,
they'll kick your butt.
You could start with a comb, and then a scissors, and then a hair dryer, or maybe
and then Savannah's full headdress.
Savannah's weaved basket she's wearing.
Yeah, it could be a timed contest. How quickly can you get this person ready? And everybody has the same costume pieces, and there's 2 separate models.
There you go.
That's awesome. I love that.
Look at us just figuring out your con right here, right now.
I mean, that sounds absolutely perfect. Folks, if you don't know what
notes.
Yeah.
Take note of this.
So let's not watch it right now. It's 2 a.m.
True. We'll figure it out.
If you're not familiar with what the ladies are talking about, folks, every year in Prague now, originally in Manchester, but every year in Prague, myself and Sulin, we put together a convention for Wheel of Time fans. It's the only one in Europe. And we get together in Prague and just have Wheel of Time fun. And last year we were lucky enough to have Rob Goodwin and Hayley McCready, who joined us. They're part of the costume team. Rob is Hayley's in the costume. Well, Rob is in the costume team, but his specialty is like leather couture. But Hayley was like in charge of dressing all the extras and things like that.
She does the group costumes, make sure that
the costumes,
and that everybody's got all the right pieces, and
and they were a lot of fun. They were actually suggested Sharon wanted to come and couldn't, so Sharon suggested that Rob and Hayley attended. It was really fun meeting those two, wasn't it?
And they judged our costumes too.
Yeah, Rob came back and helped judge the costume contest alongside Guy and Leigh-A, and it was just an absolute blast.
We had so much fun. Yeah, they were really cool to hang out with. So.
Very
nice plug for Malkier Con.
I gotta try and do that at some point. So tickets are available if you go to it's August 29th to 31st, obviously in Prague, and you can get your tickets at malkiertalks.com/malkiericon. So go do that, or you can scan that QR code, right?
You got me medal for that.
Yeah. Look at me remembering to promote stuff.
Hey, way to go.
Hey.
Getting there. Oh, so it's episode 6, release day.
Can you believe we only have, 2 more left?
No, don't say that.
No, it's going ever. It never stops.
I'm going to rewatch it so many times, though.
Yes.
This season is going to be rewatched a lot.
There's a lot going on this season, and I know I'm not catching it all. I only had a chance to watch the episode once today, in little spits and spurts in between breaks and stuff. So I'm sure I missed a million things.
I had to go back because someone told me I missed something, and I was like, "What? No, it didn't happen." Oh yeah, it did. I was just working and watching and working and watching. So, but there, you're right. There's so much going on.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that I currently get the day shift off, but I'm having a bad day with my chronic ankle, so I actually didn't have work today at all. So I which was good, because then I hit I hit audio issues with my recording, and I spent probably about 5-6 hours trying to fix it. Just it turns out I needed that extra time, which is I suppose the pattern of work. But I've actually watched it a couple of times as a result, and there's so much going on in this episode. It's wild. So
good.
I will be back in just 1 second while I change devices. And just 1 minute.
I'm gonna say that as she proved last year, I feel like Rami Park's writing, especially her dialogue, I feel like it's got a next level something to it. I just really enjoy the way that she crafts the scenes between characters.
Oh yeah.
They're always really good at breaking our hearts, as she likes to do, as she's wont to do. Yeah. But I feel like she's just got the pulse of the characters. And
she's able to throw in so much information without making it seem like it's bogging you down.
Yeah.
So I do feel like this episode was so good, but also it's completely setting up what's about to happen in the next episode, 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So not a major action packed, but just.
I mean, there was some action.
There was some action, yeah.
I will say it is out of all the episodes so far, I think with the dialogue and everything and going back through so many different plot lines that are happening, it is the most organic, smooth transitions. There's some episodes, maybe last time, that I thought was a little choppy, going from one story to the next story. It felt not smooth. But this one, it was I thought one of the best episodes of the season. It might be my second favorite.
Do you know what? I'm hearing that a lot today, that people are going 4 and then 6.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's hard for me because every episode I watch is my favorite.
I know, that's true.
I think I I feel like I've come to that stage where I'm like that as well, Mel. Like every episode I'm watching is my current favorite, and then I don't think I can actually pick a favorite episode until I've watched the whole season.
Yes,
and it's like that settling after the season. Like now I can just watch it in its entirety, and I can appreciate the things that I've missed or picked up on, or work better in earlier episodes because I've seen how they pay off in later episodes.
Absolutely,
because sometimes promises don't pan out at the beginning, but then when you've seen the full scope of the season, you're like, that promise in episode 1, 2, or 3 really paid off in 7 or 8 or whatever, and now it's a better moment to see for me. So I guess
I just
tough.
Watch it as a like a big long thing, and I mean I know when things happen in episodes, like I don't like forget which episode what's in, but I don't know. I feel like probably I will probably have favorite seasons, but I don't think I will have favorite episodes.
I think it's also the Tom effect, maybe as well.
Tom effect.
I've been waiting for Tom for too many episodes.
That Tom is back.
Yes, that just raises it already. And the Moggy effect might also just.
Oh my god!
And oh my gosh, that conversation between Moggy and the girls.
Oh,
and Moggy also just like spitting and everything.
Oh man!
Like eating people's undergarments and
what's weird.
You bitch. I love her.
So unhinged.
Everything about her. Anyway, but before we do that, we have like a little bit of Daily Veil.
We do a little bit.
So if you're new here, folks, this happens every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we always, after our initial sort of hellos, how you doing, a little bit of tiny discussion about something that we really just have to talk about. We then like to kick it off with your news for the week, and that is our Daily Veil segment.
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face,
for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
Just talk to me, Michael.
Welcome to the Daily Veil.
This is Michael's Veil. Leigh-A, tell us what's going on in this.
So we did talk about this a couple of months ago when it first got announced that our very own Maddie got a sponsorship as L'Oreal Australia's one of their cover models for
Talk Your Worth.
Talk Your Worth. Thank you. Yeah. And so basically it's women talking about how to just own your confidence and be yourself. And this past week, Maddie actually went to a gala in person to raise some money, and she was one of the keynote speakers. So on her Instagram, she posted a bunch of gorgeous pictures of her at this event. And then we also do have a clip that we found on YouTube.
Sorry.
I know, right? No, she looks amazing. So
she does.
But yeah, so we also do have a little bit of a clip that we'll show after we look through all the pictures of her, part of her speech, because I really wanted to find some of her speech just to get a little bit of a clip, but they don't have it from when she was at the gala, but they do have.
Can I just say, she's never struck me as someone who's short, but she looks really tall in this outfit. Is it just me, or does it make her look even taller? She's not a short woman.
It's very
arm thing.
The arm thing. It really, she's also just owning her look right now. It looks
for sure.
Yeah,
this picture is doing things for me.
This is as the kids say, she is giving face. So is that the right face?
What did
showing face?
What did Kiera say?
Serving face. Thank you.
Serving face. So she had to explain it to her husband.
Yes.
Great.
That's also where I got it from, kids. Sorry, folks. I know I got that wrong. Old man.
Saving, serving, whatever.
Yeah.
Leigh-A, do you have that video? Because you said that there was a YouTube video, but a link did not appear.
That we can magically make it appear.
Let's
through
go.
The interwebs.
I think we've got one more piece.
One more, yep.
So
yes,
y'all do that, and I'll find the clip.
Do you have that, Mel?
I do. Well, we have two.
Love that. Yes, we are showing our age.
There's another Mel. Oh my goodness.
We're double meld.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel. We're double meld.
Yes.
I love it when we're double meld. We can make a Mel sandwich, Mel.
I'm sure
Can I be the middle?
Anytime.
I'm sure that's a delicious sandwich.
You can be the cream on my outside Oreo. All right. We're very excited to share the JordanCon schedule is.
JordanCon, if you don't know, happens the weekend of 24th, right? 25th of April.
25, 26, 27,
yes.
25, 26, 27 of April. And you can go on to JordanCon's website right now and you can see all the good stuff that's planned for you this year.
And if you go to Friday at 5:30 p.m., I'm going to be on a panel there.
Are you?
I am.
Which one?
It's the one where we're talking
fighting
fascism with the Wheel of Time.
What a great panel. Look at you ladies.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
That is.
I want to fight fascism. Why can't I speak? With my Wheel of Time books and just start banging people over the head. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to talk about, Leigh-A?
Is that how you do it?
100%.
It says, from Shara to Shanchan, the Wheel of Time has a lot to teach us about what fascism can look like and different strategies for combating it. Join the panelists as we discuss specific instances of authoritarianism and corruption, and how everyone from Tuatha to Ta'veren have a role to play in defeating it. Full book and trope spoilers.
Fun.
Is tip number 1 beating up really, really super ugly electric cars with your books?
Absolutely, 100%.
You never want an ugly Joe car in the Age of Legends.
No,
that's for sure.
Only sexy Joe cars.
Only sexy Joe cars.
Yes. Sexy Joe cars that are not made by fascists. Yes.
Or as you do, you just walk on foot as you should.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a token Wetlander. I can't run everywhere like you three can. So,
true.
Yeah, we can outrun horses.
Yeah, I mean, we saw an example of that last week. So, you know. All right. Whilst we've been working, also the I've just caught back up with Jaxels on a different screen. Mel clearly commented about the sandwich. That's brilliant. Okay, we have the Maddie clip. To play.
Yeah. Did you pull it up or did I?
I have it. So did you want to do it?
No.
All right. Okay. Because I'm like, ta-da! Look.
Oh, look at her. She's so pretty.
Look at that face. Let me just turn off the music for a moment so we can hear this and enjoy Maddie.
I'm worth it. At first, saying I'm worth it makes you feel a bit embarrassed. My biggest critic is myself and my inner saboteur. When I feel like I'm my own critic, I really look to the women in my life who instill confidence in me and give me the pep talk that I need to get back on my feet. A piece of advice that I would give to women is to know your self-worth, to back yourself, and to speak your truth.
That's an affirmation and a half.
That was a good affirmation.
And isn't it so amazing that it's coming from our Amerlin seat? So, like such good advice.
Very good advice, Mother.
Exactly.
It is indeed. All right. Was there any other Daily Vale news apart from those 2 pieces?
That was it. Nothing else interesting happened this week in the world at all.
Nothing.
Nothing that
Nothing
we will
else.
discuss here today.
All good things happened this week. All good things.
It was Transgender Day of Visibility on
It
Monday.
was. Yes, it was.
So that was a good thing. It's a
That's
good
a
day.
very good thing. Yes.
Good day. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff to happen.
And one person in our government did something really good. Just one.
I mean,
but one is good.
One is better than 0.
This
So
is true.
true.
This is true. Yeah, because at the moment it's a lot of zeros. So
So many zeros.
yeah.
Winter's Lady needs a hug. Hugs for Winter's Lady!
Aww.
Yeah.
Maybe
I bet she
might have
just
just
watched the
finished
episode.
the
Yeah, I was like, did you just finish?
We're here
Yeah.
for you. We're here. We're here
Oh,
to
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
Yep.
We're
Yeah.
here for you. Come to the right place. It's okay.
Definitely.
You're
Right.
always welcome for hugs at the Purple Rocks Hold.
Yes. Always.
We love our hugs.
Yeah,
Me
we
too.
love our hold. We love how it never gets invaded by jerks who then
Because we
make
just
people blow it up.
stab them.
No,
We do. We do just
We
stab.
do. We stab.
no blowing up our rocks. Unacceptable rock explosions. None of
Rocks,
that
yeah.
happens.
Don't.
Mhm.
No. None of that stuff. Don't like that. So.
Well-
Okay.
Would you like to know a theory I have?
Yes,
To start us off.
Of course. Yeah.
Why was Samael at Cold Rock's Hole?
Because Lanfear said I'm sending him something. Don't you think? No? Tell me.
But why Samael? Do you think it was a construct?
He was visiting his girl Melindhra
Oh, maybe.
Mm.
True.
and giving her a prezi.
Have you
This
examined
kind of prezi.
Have you examined the Shido that were with him to see if any of them might be her?
I looked. I didn't think so.
I don't think so either. But
You gotta look for the squirt.
As I said, I only watched it once, but I was keenly aware that I needed to pay attention to who was behind, but I didn't think she was part of it.
I mean,
Oh man, Winter's Lady, you
yeah.
just tell us your feels. Put them all out there.
Yep.
Put 'em
It's
all out
totally,
there.
totally okay. It's quite an ending to that episode.
Yeah.
It was like a jolly and not jolly episode. There was like all this happiness, then there was like this horrible manipulation, and then this horrible thing that happens at the end. Like it just was like all over the place.
There was a lot of horrible manipulation, if you catch
Yes.
my drift.
Yes.
Well,
I
and
got it.
coming from
Got
such
it.
a like where you're on such a high for most of the episode, so like you get this great reunion with Matt and Tom. We get the Hills of Tanchico song. We get Tipsy, Nynaeve and Min like being all cute together, and even a lot of the stuff that Egwene, Rand and Moraine had a wonderful chat. Egwene got some, confidence boosters from the Wise One. So like it really was
Perrin
overall-
and Fael.
Perrin and Fael. Oh my gosh, how did I?
They're fucking smooched.
Yeah, Alana gets healed, so
She
she's like,
mounted
"Ah!"
her wolf boy and
Yes.
just
So it
straddled the shit out of
seems
that
like-
injured man.
Seemed like life was going really well for everybody, and then that
Seems
ending was just like, nope, we're gonna punch you in the fucking face. So.
Yeah, this is such a good point for Patrick. Someone pointed out that Lanfear said she sent a little problem to Rand. And
Right.
That's an absolutely savage short joke. Did not pick up on that. Love that.
Oh,
Really, really love
Lanfear
that.
is brutal. Let's just
She
be honest.
is.
It's
Yeah.
like-
Is she though, compared to Moggy? I mean,
Oh.
I feel like
I mean,
Moggy
there's
is
different types of brutal.
Moggy's
totally unhinged.
Yes. Yeah, she is. I would normally use the word deliciously unhinged, but I can't for this particular episode.
after
'cause
she
not-
spit all that food back out into the
Yeah.
container, that was not delicious. That did not. Look
I have a strong constitution, years in hospitality, teach you how to deal with various situations, and years of being a chef on top of that, where you have to clean up all sorts. you know, and that includes, you know, horrible things underneath your sink, where you have like cleaning machines, so you don't put horrible things into the public drainage. You know, I've dealt with many weird smells and things, and that still made me go, "Ooh, I feel a little sick." Yeah, that one.
I just laughed.
Utterly delighted by all of it.
I feel like she's like half 7th grade boy and like half Christian Bale from American Psycho. Like, and I think she likes all of that about herself, and it's fine. We're getting both sides of it. So
the other Mel is right. Moggy has fetishes, and Lanfear is just mean. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's very she's adult petty. So where she's like, I'm gonna make this witty joke about Samael being short.
Yeah.
What I kind of wish, though, I wish that we saw the Black Aja eat the food that she spit up. That would have been really funny. Like, they cut into that fruit pie or whatever that was. And they, like, ate it. Then I really would have loved it. But we didn't get any eating with the Black Aja. So I was...
Oh, she ate.
Oh, yeah. Sure, some of them did eat. But...
Okay, shall we move on to our moments of the episode?
Sure. Would you like me to pull that up?
Why not?
We need a
pause for a minute. We need to pour one out for my little mini-me, please, before we go into ranking our moments.
What do we?
Alicera.
Oh man.
Just
brutal. We knew it was coming.
I was very upset with everyone for saying that was coming. I was like, you cannot do that to like my doppelgangers.
Last week, I think.
You did. You did say it.
Yes.
You said it.
Oh my god, they're making us fall in love with this little child and they're going to stone and tear her.
I'll be honest, I thought that was a little early for that thing to happen because he hasn't really done much yet, Mr. Rand.
Well, he hadn't really done much when it happened the first
time.
I mean, he's we'd killed Ishi once. We'd killed Bilal at the Eye.
Bilal had just died. Yeah,
he killed all those people in the forest.
Moraine killed Bilal.
Moraine killed, but in book 2 he killed Ishi. In 1 he killed. Who was with
Agenor?
He killed Agenor. And
Balthamel.
Balthamel. That's it. Yes.
Yeah, and he'd done all the traveling by himself and been haunted by nightmares, so he was already starting to go a little mad. So he hasn't really shown. He hasn't had a lot of bad times yet, per se.
No.
So
that's why I thought it was a little early in the progression of the story, but now we're done with it. Please let me know.
There was a lot of icing on the cake of him just having one really bad evening where that is going to push him over into Darth Rand a little bit.
I really liked that kid, and I'm sad she's gone.
Me too. I really actually like. If Rafe, if I could just ask you one thing, when the squash blooms and they're ready to be picked, I would like you to have Rand travel back there when traveling becomes a thing and pick her goddamn squash and harvest it all for them. Like, do it. You better put that in, and that's got to be his penance.
Yeah, or
and more.
Or in episode 8, before he goes to Al-Khaldal, or the Golden Bowl. I never say that right. I feel like I'm always stumbling over it.
Al-Khaldal, yeah.
Okay. Yep, you got it.
Like, maybe he can pick the squash before they leave. Like, someone comes and finds one.
Were they ready?
Friends.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, some of them looks like they were an okay size, so maybe he's out like...
They were close. I mean, you got to think desert squash can't get too big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what she said.
They're not like the hills of Tanchico, though.
Yeah.
Right, no, definitely not.
So, all right, that feels like a poll question right there. Let me.
What gets bigger?
What gets bigger? Hills of Tanchico or squash?
No. Here's the poll. Well, okay, that could be a poll question. I was going to be like, did you get the? So we've heard the song, the Hills of Tanchico, the song. Yeah. I didn't pick up initially, just listening to the song, that it was about boobs.
I didn't either.
Not when we heard it two episodes ago or whatever, when we played it on here. I didn't think that.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
watching it, I was like,
in our defense, we were marveling at beautiful voices, so we were not particularly listening to the lyricism.
No, we were like, oh my god, listen to Kira's voice. Oh my god, listen
Not one.
to like there's
Look
Matt
at
in the
them,
background.
listen to them sing together. All of them together is amazing.
The Tom effect.
Yeah, totally the Tom effect.
All right, shall we?
Yes.
Leigh-A, did you want to give us a stabby affirmation before we change over?
Sure, I would love to.
And we need a cleansing.
And do we need a cleansing? And do we need different music?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we should do that. Sorry, one
Do
second.
that. Give us some more calming music.
Here is. I feel like we need a slightly longer calming moment. So here is the Bjorn cleanse.
Hi ihr Lieben, das letzte Jahr hat für mich ganz toll begonnen, denn ich war in Südafrika. Und dieses Jahr beginnt auch sehr gut. Denn jetzt darf ich euch endlich verraten, warum ich in Südafrika war. Ich durfte drehen für die Serie Das Rad der Zeit von Amazon, The Wheel of Time. Und da spiele ich den Clan-Chief der Aiel, Ruark. Also, schaltet rein ab dem 13. März auf Amazon Prime.
Oh my god.
When are we going to get Ruark sweat tent? That's all I want to know.
Well, we'll get Ruark in a bucket of water. No,
oh my god!
No, not water.
I am overwhelmed. I am well cleansed at this point. The Stera has scraped me clean.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mel. Yeah, he's German, so yeah.
Oh yeah, in the best way.
Oh yeah.
He is German, and he is a fan of the fandom. He interacts. He likes people's posts. I've seen him comment places. Like he is really enjoying, seeing the fandom, just enjoying season 3.
He's
very fascinating.
Responsive. Yes,
we'd really love to talk to him more about Ruark.
Leigh-A, I have one more thing before we do a stabby affirmation to cleanse ourselves.
Okay.
So as you all know, it is now April. So really quick, I want to say thank you to our March model in the calendar. Woo! Beautiful. And now, oh, hell yeah, we move on to April.
Oh, look at her.
So dark, shimmering. Okay, I'm done now. I just had to officially turn the page of April.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Give it to us, Leigh-A. Yeah.
We're ready.
I think our Amerlin would agree with us. Positivity is the shit.
Yes.
Love that.
I love it.
And like we're so close to being through the first.
Oh my god!
Wow.
We have affirmed ourselves affirmatively.
We probably got
affirmative
2 or 3 more months worth.
Perfect. We'll have to find some more stabby affirmations.
Oh, we'll just go all the way back through them again.
That's true, because we can always use that.
This is from last Christmas. So.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay.
All right, we ready?
Do we feel cleansed? Are we ready?
I feel pretty cleansed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to hear what everyone in the chat and on the show has to say about this episode, because I absolutely loved it.
So, Nice, you want to remind us what all the columns are for?
Yeah, sorry. If you're just joining us, here on Threefold Talk, we started doing this little exercise for season 3 to bring up some of our favorite moments of the show. So 1, we have a Stabbiest moment. And then that moment would be like the best fight, the best stab, the best kill, whatever. It could be with your words. It could be with your fists. The hand talk of the week is sort of the best Aiel moment, because we always want to make sure the Aiel shine. And the honorary stone dog is sort of the moment that we didn't think was necessary, or maybe it's silly and we thought it was like, maybe shouldn't be there. And then the best bonkers banana is, of course, you thought the craziest moment. It really made you super excited. It doesn't have to be visually crazy, just whatever you thought was so amazing. So should we start with Stabbiest moments today, or should we go crazy and start with honorary stone dog?
Ooh.
Change the order?
Ooh.
Yeah, we can get Stone Dog out of the way. I don't
Stone
feel
Dog
like
out
there's
of
a
the way.
lot of them. So in chat, go
No.
ahead and comment along, and we'll make sure to get your thoughts added as well as ours.
Yeah. And if you're watching back later, you're unable to watch us live. Perhaps you're in Europe or you're at work right now, and you're watching back after the show has ended. Feel free to put in the comment section afterwards your favorite moment for each of these: Stabbiest, Hand Talk, Honorary Snow Dog, and Best Bonkers Bananas. And we'll do our best to highlight some next week, perhaps. We haven't asked people to do that previously, so please do that. Anyone got a Snow Dog moment?
If you don't know, Leigh-A posts these on BlueSky for us, so we can always add it after the fact, and then she'll post them for us. So Honorary Stone Dog, go.
So I will say, and this is one of those, I'm gonna wait to see how it plays out, but I wasn't a fan of Aiel's mother, Deidre, being made a dark friend. I'm sure that there's going to be some sort of payout, hopefully in the long run. Like, I don't think the showrunners make these decisions lightly, but I loved her so much in the books and how sassy she was. And just like everybody, even Davram, Daddy Davram gives deference to her. It's just like, wait, no, we made her a dark friend. So, we were.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, was that necessary? I mean, there's obviously a reason for it. I honestly feel like they're just getting rid of the whole great captain thing altogether. So that was just a way to cut it right there.
Possibly. Yeah. So
I do agree with that. I heard someone, I feel like I want to say it was Roger, perhaps, someone suggest that if they are just going to, and this obviously links to eliminating the great captain's role, but if they were just not going to bring Aiel's parents into the show whatsoever, it was a very easy way to just make it, if we say she's a dark friend, then we just never have to introduce the parents and never have to introduce the family, and it just cuts that bit of the story out. And I'm like, okay, I kind of get that. Like, does that make, if that's what they're going for, saying a dark friend makes that easy to cut. They did then link that to, well, Layla's a dark friend, and I think they did this because then, Aiel and Perrin can bond over having, loved ones that were dark friends. And I'm
but
just
what
like,
makes me
okay, I don't know.
Maybe, but here's my thought. If she says, I come from a military family, and if head of a military family is a dark friend, that should set off like a billion red flags to everybody. Like, I'd be like, oh shit, Saldea has a military family that's a dark friend. Like, maybe we should tell somebody. Yeah. But wait, let's just make out.
I mean, have you seen Aiel? Like,
yeah, I know, but like, still, like, that to me, like, that's a huge problem. So if that doesn't come up again as like, okay, now we have to go take on Saldea because there's a dark friend running the whole organization up there, like, if that gets forgotten in this whole entire show, I'm going to be pissed off. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, related to that, I was like, my instinct when Aiel started telling the story about her mom said she was a dark friend and she wanted her to swear the oaths, I was like, how are you still alive? Like, that to me was like, really, I was like, that story, that's why to me I was like, I feel like this is a lie. I mean obviously book knowledge, but it just seemed like ridiculous that her mom would sit her down, have a family chat and be like, I'm a dark friend and I think you should swear the oaths too.
Yeah, I really thought
and then her saying nah, and then her being able to survive that encounter. To me, at least with the dark friends in the show, they're very effective, right? They're not comic relief like they are in the books. So it felt like it was stretching belief that she could have gotten out of that situation intact.
To pull that thread a little bit more, I was like, is this just like a partial story and she did actually swear And are they going to make Aiel a dark friend now? So like there's
Like, there's
trying to make it like a red herring almost. Yeah.
To me that it just doesn't quite work. And so it's like, is it a lie? And what part of it is a lie?
Is she being compelled?
It's quite a lie to tell about someone, isn't it?
It's quite a lie. It's quite a lie to just be like, yeah, I'm going to share.
Yeah, my mom's a dark friend.
Yeah, it's literally like
dark friend.
In real world comparisons, it would be like saying, "So, I don't talk to my family anymore because my mother is a fascist." Like
okay, but that's a real
runs
thing.
and runs an but I'm saying it would be like us right now saying that, being like and she runs an organization with it, like
it's like
then
it's like the president of the Proud Boys or something like that.
Yeah, like if we said that to someone we met right now, and then later on be like, oh, I was lying, I was just trying to get away from my responsibilities. Actually, my mother is royalty or something stupid, you'd be like, that's quite a different lie to have that's quite an extreme lie to have told just to get away from your family, your responsibilities.
And then not just like the dark friend, but then the continued story that
like my brother
confronted her and he's dead now because I chose to run away and he chose to face it head on.
That
is a lot.
It's a lot of oversharing.
It's
for, the first when he's got like a hole in his side and he's like,
they were doing that a lot though, weren't they? And I was okay with it. I was just like,
I think that's another one. That's another honorary stone dog. Is everybody's oversharing. So Matt, after getting chided by someone,
Matt didn't surprise me. I'm like, Matt,
I know, but just
kind of an overshare.
So Mel, is yours also the fact that Aiel lived to tell the tale, sort of stone dog moment?
That's not actually mine. I haven't decided if I'm gonna say mine yet because I haven't figured out how to say it nicely. So let's keep going.
I have one about Leandrin.
Do it.
Okay.
And it's not about. It's more like Leandrin the character than anything about the show. She turned around now. Albeit maybe she just found out, but the way she's doing it, I don't think so. So they've been hunting for the bracelets and such. And she's like, oh, I'm going to give you this information that I shouldn't give you. All right. And here's what we're actually looking for: 2 bracelets and a necklace. And I want it tomorrow. I was like, Leandrin, you've been hunting for this for a while. They've been helping you hunt. You're only just now telling them what they're actually hunting for in terms of completeness. And you've told them you want it tomorrow as well. Like, unrealistic goals there, lady.
Well, I think she told them they were looking for the collar, but not another bracelet, right?
I know, but it's it's what's the when you're goal setting, make it. One of the things is make it achievable.
True.
It's like. I was like, like you put, not sharing what they're actually after and being impatient with trying to get it. Like, I was like,
she was doing
bad management, Leandrin.
Landfear told her tomorrow. And so, there is that trickle down effect because, upper management and not pushing back, be like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I can't find these by tomorrow. So, let's set realistic. I do agree the realistic expectations. That was it. Come on, Leandrin.
But I think achievable goals is a good way to motivate your team here.
I don't think the Forsaken are particularly known for being good leaders of dark friends. That's not a quality.
No, they're happy just to kill anybody that doesn't make them happy. It's the Darth Vader effect. Oh, you didn't win this battle, so I'm going to kill you. You're in charge now. I will kill you if you don't win now.
Yeah.
You leave Darth alone. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just stating that is his leadership style.
That is his leadership style, for sure.
It's a choice that people can make. Is it a choice that I would make in my leadership style? No.
Yeah.
But
I love the way Skeeter's worded it. She was definitely shooting over the backboard a little bit. Yeah. So, all right, Stone Dog moments. We have, now this is obviously meant to say Fane's crew, but I do like its Gaines as well. Gaines' crew. It's just brilliant. Showing up ragged and bloody in the white cloaks are just like, yep, seems legit, They didn't lie. Thane didn't lie. It's like, what happened to you guys? And they were like, ran into some trouble, which is true. They did run into some trouble. The White Cloaks were trouble for them. Thane didn't be like, we are the White Cloaks or anything like that. He'd just be like, we ran into some trouble. Yes, Thane and his Dark Friends ran into the trouble in the form of the White Cloak.
I legitimately forgot that happened already.
So much other stuff happens. There was so much in this episode.
Yeah. Mel from chat has put in, I wanted the wise ones to at least show that they were offended by Egwene lying to them about being
Absolutely.
Yes. Are they going to just walk that whole thing away? I mean, probably, knowing the show, probably.
Yeah, but also lying, and again, this is in the books, so have to separate show and books. But one of the reasons Aiel don't even spy is because it is, it's untruthful. It's like lying and just, going into a situation with deceptive motivations. So they don't spy for that reason. Like they just you do not lie. You will tell the truth.
Yeah,
that was on my list too. I have 3 on my list, and that was definitely one of them. I'm hoping that because they were in the act of her going back in, you can see Bearmiss kind of doing a quick look and registering it, but then they continue on. So I'm just hoping that she gets some sort of switching, maybe not be physical switching, but just some sort of punishment for that, because it is that's a big thing. I actually am disappointed that she did that so early. I was really hoping that it would go on for a season, and then when they find out they have this amazing relationship, and it would be so much toe. They've known each other for 2 freaking weeks. Who cares? All right, Egwene, whatever. Screw you. You can just leave the threefold land. But there's no why would they care? Okay, goodbye. There's no relationship there.
It's almost like she told them and they just went,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
exactly. Pretty much
accurate.
Well, she said that. She said she didn't really give a fuck. She's like, yeah, I'm not an Aes Sedai either. Big whoop.
Yeah,
let's focus on what's
important. I lied about that
too.
Let's focus on what's important. And that I obviously I know the show knows what it's doing and are consciously thinking about all of the choices, but that relationship and her relationship to how to embrace pain and how to accept all of that comes from Egwene, not just training to be a wise one or training to be a dreamwalker, training to be an Aiel, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so we're not seeing the Egwene training to be an Aiel part of it yet, which maybe we will see. I'm
hopeful for
we
episode
don't see
8
it yet. Yeah.
I'm hopeful for episode 8 because we do get Avienda stabbing and using weapons against Sammy at the end, and so
no, they're channeled weapons. She creates those.
Wait,
out
what?
Of air.
Charity, that was this episode. They just showed that in this episode. That clip is from episode 6.
Hey, let him finish.
Yeah, let me
sorry.
Yeah. Oh. So, I mean, I'm sure I saw Sammy with an actual spear in his shoulder that he pulled out. Okay. I think she just lit things on fire with the power. Anyway, so I feel regardless, I feel like she was using weapons in that scene, and then she's going to be told off by the wise ones and be you don't need spears anymore, like we did to get in the books. Here's your punishment: run around the encampment 50 times. Also, Egwene, you lied to us. That's against the run around the camp 50 times.
Yes, yeah.
I hope we get those 2 lessons in one moment. To be hey, wise ones don't need to carry weapons. We don't fight. That's not what we do. And lying is it earns you toe. Go meet your toe, so to speak.
That would be amazing.
So I'm hopeful that episode 8 could have that moment, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Light Blind Fool says Stone Dog moment of Alana interrupting Perrin and Fael, and then Fael not killing Alana as a result. Yes. That's hilarious.
I don't know. He had a major injury and he hadn't really been patched up. He was just putting on his best Molder face for the cute girl, but he really did need to be healed.
Yeah, I feel like he was doing okay at that stage. So
I do have a nitpickiness about that scene because he sits up into the kiss, and it's like, dude, you would not be able to. Like, yes, I know you're horny for her and all that jazz, but she can lean down on you, and he's not even like, ugh, but we could keep going.
Yeah,
So,
he's like,
he's just all about getting
those herbs. It's the herbs, man. The herbs, the mountain herbs.
Mountain herbs. I love me some mountain herbs too.
Sure. So, and Tarasin says Stone Dog moment for them was the Corfin twins healing Alana.
Oh, that's funny. That's interesting. I actually really liked that. I thought that worked. That worked for me in the context of the show. It worked.
As I was watching it, for me, I was just like, as Alana's explaining it, I'm like, oh, she's trying to make it very instinctual, and healing is a big, mindset of the Two Rivers. So I was just like, yeah, it worked to me as it went on. Like initially, I was just like,
yeah, in the context of the show, it works because Nynaeve does the same thing, right? Nynaeve untrained heals people. Other Menetherin-blooded people can untrained heal. It's like we've already seen examples of that happening. So in the context of the show, it makes sense. And I just thought it was really sweet.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really sweet the way that they handled it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to know what my stone dog is? I don't know. You might judge me for it. Okay.
I will never judge you.
I thought the ramp up into the breakup scene between Rand and Egwene was a little melodramatic. Like it wasn't an earned ramp up. The conversation ramp up went from like 0 to 150, specifically on Egwene's side. And it made me like, I like kind of laughed when I first, like I don't remember what she said first, but I was just like, of course she's going to go melodramatic. It just felt very soap opera-y, very echoes of episode 8, random like love triangle thing that didn't feel earned. And and I know, I mean, everything after that worked really well. It like kind of like went high and then it like mellowed out and then ramped back up in a more natural way. But I just felt like the like kickoff to that, there was something about it that I was just like,
I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I just thinking back to when I first watched it, it felt like there was a lot of assumptions on each of their parts, and they weren't communicating with each other. They were just like,
in our Wheel of Time.
I know, right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't make sense that they communicated at the very they like laid it all out, right? And I mean, got interrupted, but we're laying it all out. And it's just like, so you're just gonna start
I don't think. Yeah. Oh, what? That they were laying it out so quickly?
No. I mean, no. That like, Egwene finally told Rand that Melindhra was the one who was torturing her. Like,
yeah, it took her forever.
Like, it took her forever to get there, but they're like having this whole thing, accusing each other. I don't know. It just felt CW.
Yeah. I got you on that.
Yeah. It's okay if it's okay if you disagree.
When I did my rewatch right before this, that was the only part where I was able to like keep the TV on and walk away to go do something else. Like where every other part I was like, oh my gosh, I need to pause if I need to step away from the TV because I want to watch this. I was like, I can like listen to this. I don't need to watch it. Yeah, I agree. It was like there was something missing in that conversation.
I think. Yeah, I didn't pick up that like it's taken her a while to be like, "Hey, your girlfriend's torturing me."
Yeah, how was that not the first part of the conversation?
I mean, yeah, but it also, and this. I'm not defending either of them because they were both very much not communicating effectively and in the wrong as a result. Egging each other on, so to speak. Wheel of Time, yeah. But if you think about like how Rand's like, I've never been enough for you. Rather than go to Rand and be like, hey, I've just, stalked your dreams and found you making out with Melindhra. Did you know she's attacking me in my dreams? Because I understand her not sharing that initially when she found out it was Lanfear, because she didn't know Rand still had the shit going on with her. But she didn't go to him straight away and be like, I've just found out it's actually Lanfear, and then I've caught you making out with her, so you have a thing with her, and now you need to know that she's trying to attack me in my dreams, and this is not okay. But that sort of fits in when he's just like, I've never been enough for you, and even now I'm the Dragon Reborn, I'm still not enough for you because you've been ignoring me since you got here, because all you care about is the wise ones. And again, I'm not saying either of them is right in that situation. There's very much a lot of not talking to each other or not communicating properly when they are talking to each other. But, I understand that for me, I didn't twig on like, oh, she hasn't gone to him straight away, because she is just like, I need to fix this first, and then I'll go talk to the boy who's letting her torture me,
I also wonder if she just made an assumption, like maybe he doesn't know that, like maybe he doesn't understand how the world of dreams works, like, and maybe this is just a person he's hooking up with in his dreams. So, like,
yeah,
it's
I don't know. Well, so I think how it works out, how it works out longer term is probably the more for how the scene pays out. But yeah, I understand your concerns, Mel. Like, what it didn't land for you there, I do get that.
I mean, I think it ended that the way it transitioned and the rest of the conversation was much better. But it was just the ramp up at the beginning was just like,
yeah,
it was.
I get it.
I mean, even though you knew what she was coming to talk, like you could see it on her face, like you knew it, but just like, I don't know. There's something that tweaked me, which is silly. But anyway, let's talk about other things.
Okay, I have one really quick before I move on. Okay. Unless the chat has any other ones.
No, we haven't seen any others in chat.
That's all done.
So this is just minor, not a huge deal, but I really hate it, and I realize they did it because it's television, but everyone in Tanchico had veils on all the time, except the people that were supposed to be hiding their face the entire time. So they wouldn't get fucking recognized by everybody else who's looking for them and know what they look like Leandrin and the Aes Sedai and their minions. Like, they take off their veils in like 2 fucking seconds. And then they're just like, let me sing a song on the stage where everyone can see me without a veil on. Like, okay.
Even Elaine, she actually says like, "Oh no, getting to see under a woman's veil is like."
Yes, and then she takes it off immediately.
2 seconds later, the veil. I was like, "You just."
Well, she was sharing her hills. She can share her face.
But it's like, nobody. If you look, like, I was looking around the entire back to see if anybody, like, it was all the people that were conversing. Pretty much, it was Tom, the 3 of them. And then the guy with the hat who brings him the bracelet. Like,
are you still holding out for him to be Asmodean, Rob?
I'm still holding out.
Who, Tom or the guy with the hat?
The guy with the hat.
The guy with
not
the hat.
Tom, who also had the hat.
Can I make a public
Did you notice Tom's hat? Tom's hat is very Matt's hat.
Yeah. So, actually, Rob, I'll let you
very
state your theory in a minute, but Rob has this theory, and he's apparently been making bets with people, and it became very clear today. Rob, you don't know who you've made bets with.
I've kind of forgotten who I've made bets with, but I'm so confident in this. I have such a strong gut feeling that the guy in the hat who sells Matt, finds the bracelet for Matt, is Asmodean in disguise. That I'm just like, I'm willing to bet anybody, basically anything. So I currently have, I need to look at my other screen. I currently have 3 bets that I'm remembering right now. One of them is with Meg from Freewheeling, and she thinks it's Julian Sander. The loser, whoever's wrong, does a shot of the winner's choice. Then... wait, let me see if I can find it. I've got one with, because there's a thread in my server for it. Versus Nils. Whoever is wrong sings the Hills of Tanchico in the Melindhra outfit at WhatCon.
Leigh-A. The Melindhra, right?
Yes. I have a bet with Leigh-A that I will wear the Lanfear headpiece if it's not Asmodean. Proudly, I will wear it. And with Nynaeve Sedai, Nimkins, depending on how you know her, the loser buys the other person a drink at Malkier. So those are the current bets. But, Yeah.
Right.
My gut just is so strong
Still
right
there.
now.
You're still there.
Rob, honest.
Love it. I love it.
So yeah, hit me up if I've made a bet with you about it, and I haven't.
I hope you're right, because I hope that Asmodene is in the show. I will take him however, but I just hope he's there.
Anyway,
I do think that
moment.
Tom's hat is going to become Matt's hat.
I like that.
You mean when Matt leaves him again to die in some other situation, Matt will just take his hat? He'll be like, Matt, take this to remember me by.
Yes. I do think Tom will be left for dead.
I bet,
and Matt will end up with his
I bet they'll gamble for it. Like, it'll be the last bit of gambling where Tom's like, I'm going to win this one.
I would love that to be the end of the season. If them gambling and then he wins the hat. That would be cool.
Yeah. Patrick is right. The headpiece bet is a win-win. So.
Oh no, I'm the only one losing in this because I have to make the goddamn thing. So
no, that's why it's still a win-win. You know, even if I lose and have to wear it, then like it's a win because we've made you make it. So, all right, Stabbiest moment.
Stabbiest moment. Give it to me.
Folks, just as a reminder, whatever you think, this could be a physical stab, this could be an emotional stab, this could be just like a verbal stab. What is your stabbiest moment of this episode? Mel, do you have one?
I mean, Avi and her magic spears. That's my stabbiest moment.
I just went and looked back at that moment, and they are spears made of like fiery air. So yeah, she's not wielding actual spears there, but
that was my honorary stone dog, which I didn't have, was her knowing how to do that already. Like, did we miss 6 months of magic training?
I do think the show is making it very obvious that learning is intuitive, but not necessarily safe. So, like if you know how to use spears and you don't have something on you, like you do that. Like Nynaeve doing her aerial moment and magic healing everybody. So I'll say this is one of my stabbiest moment is Leandrin and all her magic missiles. So like baby Leandrin just shooting
those were pretty
little pew-pews of fire through her douchebag old man husband and his liegemen's foreheads. Like that was a very intuitive magic wielding. So.
I wasn't sad about that at all.
Oh God, no.
Keep stabbing them in the brain. It's fine.
Yeah. So, but like just the fact that and I was like, I literally screamed, "Magic missiles!" When I saw that. So, the DM in me was very happy.
I mean, Leandrin also got another like forehead stab on poor what's her name?
Naomi.
Oh yeah. That was a pretty good stab, especially since it was clear that it like was like one of the back of the head explosion stabs. Because there was a lot of blood, a lot of fast.
Yes, agreed. Any other magic stab moments?
Mel agrees with you about.
I have one more. After Leandrin shoots her magic missile,
make a good sandwich.
She stomps on the guy's head like 5 times and crushes his skull.
So
that
good.
was my stabbiest moment.
Yeah, and probably breaks Eludrin's neck, and that's why he's in a bed for like the rest of his life. But that's okay. It's fine.
He had a heart disease.
And no, he got shaken baby syndrome.
Wow.
Seriously.
She was stomping on her husband's head.
I know, the baby was kind of shaking around. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little weird. I thought actually, I was like, when she gets to the statue and they sit there, I'm like, I think she just smothered her baby. Like, if we didn't have the Eludrin crap from the second season, I would have thought that she just smothered her baby.
Oh, I wonder if so. This is. I did actually this time take notes, which I've said I've been doing. I pulled a Meg and actually took notes the second time I walked it through, and I did ask, and we could talk about this after we finish our stab sheet. What does Ishi do for Leandrin? And I wonder if one of the things that he might do is heal the shaken baby syndrome.
Ooh.
Wait, who might do this?
Is she?
Is she?
Oh.
Yeah.
That could
So
be.
like maybe her baby's still alive, but he's just kind of limp at this point. And when he reaches out and he's like, "Okay, I'll heal your baby, and I'll take you to I'll travel you to the White Tower, and I'll make you look like you're not a peasant person."
I definitely, in that moment, thought that he was gonna like snap his fingers and take her to Tarvalon, like right then. For some reason, I just was like,
Yeah, that's fair.
He's going to take her to that house where he has his Trolloc friends and they all play cards around that table. And he's going to love her.
I really love
Oh,
that.
yeah, Dark Friend Daycare. Yes, this is true.
Dark Friend Daycare. He knows what he's doing.
He does.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, like, Darth Forrest, like, seeing him on the screen again just made my heart pitter-patter just a little
Yeah. And a great
I
book
could've-
moment as well, wasn't it? Like, that he's slipping out of the...
95 years ago.
95 years ago. Slipping
In
out
the
of
dream, because she was asleep.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
I've heard that. Yeah, I like that. So, my stabbing moment's kind of like fun verbal stabbies because one of mine has already been mentioned, and it is Elaine and Tom, where he's just like, "This is what I get for hiring a drunk," and then she's like, "Come on, old man, can you do that?"
Great verbal stab.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't get the payoff of those two getting together. Like, I wanted an acknowledgement that they knew each other.
Well, he acknowledged it, but then she gets to the room with Nynaeve. I'd have been like, "Oh my gosh, Nynaeve!
Right?
Did you not see that guy?
Right.
I knew him
Well,
when I was a child."
All he said was he was at the Andorran court like a long time ago. It could have been before.
He
Elaine
recognized
was
her.
born.
No, he recognized her.
It does take her a while to clue in that she knows him because
In the books, that's true.
Yeah, they go all the way through the Stone of Tyr, all the way traveling via the sea folks to Tanchico, and then she drunk pulls his mustache.
Look, if Aggie can tell the Wild Ones at this moment, Elaine can also recognize Tom at this moment. If we're going to speed up all of their shit, just speed it up. Like, there's no need to wait. Like,
I mean,
don't do it with one and not everyone else.
He does say a long time ago she could be too, maybe he wasn't actually dating Morghese publicly, and so like he's seen her, but she didn't see him because Morghese was like keeping him on the sly.
Could be.
Well, and maybe this is a conversation they're gonna have tomorrow, i.e. next week.
Maybe, yeah. When they're hungover and they've lost the
you look
bracelet.
really familiar.
You're like, are you the dude my mom used to date?
But next week is all Two Rivers.
Maybe you're my dad.
Next week is Two Rivers only.
Next week is Two Rivers, and then
Maybe.
the week after is Anyway,
Okay.
more stabby moments. Chats. So
Yeah,
chat.
there's so many
thrown
good
out.
ones.
Yes. So Light Blind Fool puts out of Sarah stabbing the Karakan in the neck for touching her spear.
Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah. And that was actually the thumbnail I put on my reaction video today, of him holding the spear back up to her.
That was a great moment.
That was adorable.
Really love that. Light Blind Fool coming in with a second one.
Bring her back. I wanted him to bring her back.
Yeah,
'Cause I love
Moggy
her.
stabbing Nynaeve's cheek with her ring.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. A little on the
Yeah.
nose.
Patrick
She
says,
wanted them to be really confused.
I know, probably, here it is, probably why her fingertips are black, necrotic from constant irritation from that ring.
Valid. It's valid.
You've got another one. Is Men and Matt laughing at bead pretentiousness?
Yeah, because she didn't know, how much the beads, how many beads you have means, basically this is your price. Yeah.
And then Matt goes on to wear the really beady
He
veil.
was the full bead.
Full bead. He's
They
expensive.
didn't even get to see him take them off. Like, all of a sudden, they just weren't wearing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another one as well. Moggy doing her thumb stabs.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say that. That was so gross.
Not even the eyes, like through under the cheekbones.
It was like the cheekbones. It
Yeah,
was
Just
like,
part of the cheekbones too.
Did she
right
Did
there.
she set her thumbs on fire or something with the? Like, did she heat them up and that's why they're black? Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
that reminds me.
Girl got
Mommy's
tricked.
crazy, and I love her.
Well, it's in
Me
the
too.
world of dreams, so I think she probably knows that like you don't have to channel in the world of dreams. Whereas
It wasn't the world of dreams, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's where Lanfear thinks
Yeah.
like Lanfear is just doing things also. So like
Yes.
they're just like, I'm going to crush you with my thumbs.
I love this. Go back to Matt Speed thing. If you have to ask, you can't afford him. That's just Speed self-confidence, you know. Like,
That's brilliant.
like Blindfold says, Moggy stabbing the laundry.
Or biting it.
That's so weird.
It was.
Oh, that's another Stone Dog moment I have.
I have another one too.
Not
I
enough
just
Matt
remembered.
singing. Matt singing.
Oh,
Not enough.
Not
Not enough
singing.
Matt singing? Okay.
Not enough. We
Okay, I have one more
time.
late Stone Dog moment too that I need to add. Just to go back, sorry to rewind, because the thumbs reminded me. Multiple times the Black Aja has said the Forsaken. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
If you say the Forsaken, you're gonna get forsought and you're out. Like it's the chosen. Why are we saying Forsaken if you're a Black Aja?
because
They-
they're not really committed. They were like, oh, it's fun to be a dark friend when they're all wrapped up in prison and can't make us actually be dark friends because we're the ones in charge. And so they don't actually want to be dark friends. They just want to have that extra bit of power. And then they're like, oh, I've been busted. I'm actually
sorry.
gonna do it. You know.
The show makes a choice to write that. They also make a choice to say the waste instead of the free flow land by most of the script says the waste. Like you have a choice to educate the audience. You can educate them that dark friends say chosen, everyone else says the shadow sold or the forsaken, right? Like that's a choice.
We're not laughing at you, we're laughing at Mark.
Yeah, we're not laughing at you.
Who's Mark?
Mark's
Hi, Mark.
comment.
What does he say?
Mark's comment. Listen, if that was Jane, it's laundry. I get where she's coming from.
Seriously.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I really didn't think they were gonna kill Naomi so quickly.
Oh my god, I was shocked at that.
I
That
didn't want
did-
her gone.
That
I didn't want her
surprised
gone,
me,
but
yeah.
I as soon as Lanthea was just like, someone's doing something.
Yeah, I
someone's
knew it was
calling
gonna be
someone.
her.
I was
Yeah,
just
I
like,
knew
well,
it was
that's-
going to be her.
Naomi's dead.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, that's
I
gonna
didn't expect Ispan this episode.
No, that was a nice surprise.
Yeah,
Wait,
nice
It's
That's like two out of the Black Aja.
yeah.
Oh, was that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, that
Sorry,
was this one. So now who's left? Leandra and Jean and
Andrew,
Jean,
Jean, and
Chesmal.
and Chesmal.
Chesmal. But we
Is it
didn't
just
see
the
them in
three of
that
them?
room. We only saw Naomi and
Who had the
Isban
cat?
and
Who's the one with the cat?
Oh, that's
cat?
the white
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, we saw
that's
her.
Isban, isn't it?
No.
Maybe that.
Oh.
Maybe that was just been in the show.
I don't know. Sorry,
The
I
one with the
digress.
cat. The one with the cat is
Please
still
help
there.
us out.
But anyway, they only have a
Apparently
few more to go.
blue. Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyways.
Any more
Anyway.
stabby moments?
Stabby moments.
Are there any more?
That's all of our stabby moments. For the
Yeah,
chat.
there's no more from chat.
I will say, I liked this comment from Mel talking about Muggedian spitting things out. A King Lear moment. Out Val Jelly. Just we gotta put the Shakespeare moments up there for Guy Roberts.
Yes.
So,
All right, hand tag of the week.
Hand talk of the week.
I'm gonna get mine out right away because it's
Well, and-
literally-
Say
Reminder: this is like the Aiel moments.
yeah,
So
this
not
was
just-
was my
literal
hand
hand
talk of the week, so I'm just gonna put that there.
Oh yeah.
Copy and paste. That was like little maiden,
Oh, it was
Yeah.
so cute.
so cute. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. No discussion needed.
Yeah, no discussion needed. That's very true. Most ideal moment of the week.
Lottie came in with from the books. They also have Marilyn. As
Emelfin.
one of the.
Thank you.
I was
Lottie.
not even gonna attempt to say the last
Yeah.
name.
Gamelfin, who knows?
Gumlablablablafin.
All options are
All-
acceptable under the lights.
Because we know
Um,
Michael and Kate don't say the same things consistently. So
I know.
We don't say the same thing consistently.
I think Life-Blinded Fool has something.
He does.
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, put it
Or
up.
do you?
I do, but go ahead. Perrin having too much fun with Matt's picture.
Is that an Aiel moment?
That's what he says.
Okay.
Well, that is kind of comedy, but
it's the jump kick of the picture. So maybe this is a little thing, but like this episode, we got to see like the heads down view finally of all like the rugs and like the beds and stuff, and I was just like. So Aiel, it looks so cozy. It looks so cozy, and it's like it was so well done, and it was just. I just want to give props to like the sets and the costumes and all of the Aielness of Cold Rock's Hold, just being delightful yet again, just delighting me yet again by its very existence. Because
how's that sound?
That felt real.
Can you actually specify that on the inside of Cold Rock's Hold? Because I'm going to say something about the outside.
Oh yes, yeah. Like the rooms are just great.
So my hand talk of the week on the outside, and it was I don't know if I made this Stone Dog last week. But last week, when we first got into Cold Rock's Hold, we didn't see any gardens. And I was like, God damn it. The holds are supposed to have these like luscious gardens growing all over the place. And I was a little miffed about it.
Yeah.
But they did Cold Rock's Hold justice this week and showed the gardens and just the fact that they're growing up and explained it and just had the conversation. We're not just voyeurs. And so when I saw all the greenery, I was like, yes, thank God they included that, because it's, it doesn't make sense that this entire culture will exist in the desert without all of that.
Right. Totally. So, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
That whole garden scene was great. That was
it was amazing.
It was pretty fantastic.
Like everyone keeps saying like Avi and Rand have really good chemistry. I have not felt it, to be honest. Until that scene. That was the first time I felt, okay, there's a little chemistry between them. I honestly have felt nothing between them this entire time. So that was really good. Like, I thought that was just a great, great scene. So I was happy that they did that too.
Rob, do you have any?
Roberto?
Not that we haven't mentioned. I'm kind of struggling, if I'm honest. Like something that's Aiel, like.
I mean, we could add that Samael gives Melindhra her dagger, and that's why he's visiting Cold Rock.
I mean,
that was the idea that nobody else saw.
It's theory. It's a theory. If we're not adding that.
I mean, you can add
Asmodean, if we're not adding that Asmodean is guy with the hat. You don't have to add it. It didn't actually happen on screen, but it happened in here.
I'll add one more.
Oh, I have several more.
Okay.
But I think the Foldies also have some.
Okay, yeah, tell us.
So Light-Blinded Fool says, "Life is a dream from which we all must wake." A quote from Avienda.
I felt like the way that she delivered that was under subdued. It was subdued, I guess. And I wanted it to be from didn't Ruark say that first? Ruark was the one who said it first.
He does say it.
I wanted it to be
the Tuatha.
I wanted it to be.
They couldn't afford him this episode. He just was off doing his own thing.
Well, it's valid because they should pay him $1 billion every time he appears.
$1 billion.
I think
you know what I hope for? Speaking of Ruark, sorry not to interrupt, but
no, go ahead.
What if we get a Tom Ruark singing sometime in the future? All of a sudden we find out.
And Matt. What we need Donal.
Oh, hold on.
We just need like to melt Mel. We need, and many others, obviously. We need Donal. We need Alexander
and Alexander.
Bjorn.
They make their own band.
And Kiara. And Kiara.
They need to start a what's the groups that like make songs with just their a cappella group. We need to make an a cappella group. Yes.
Yeah. So, any of you guys watch the behind the scenes?
I did.
No.
Well, I watched the preview, not the rest of the behind the scenes.
Okay, so in the behind the scenes, they said that the idea for Kiara to do the Hills of Tanchico was cooked up at the wrap party for season 2 when there was a karaoke machine and she was like all demure, like, oh no, I couldn't possibly, and then she ends up with a mic in her hand and she just like belts it out and it's amazing.
And she sings Summertime, which is
Summertime.
Yes.
So but I was upset on Donal's behalf that they were like, oh, this girl could sing, we need to cook up some instance for her to be able to sing. And Donal is right
like
there.
Right there. Yes.
He's right there.
Agreed.
I was
like, have you heard the soundtrack?
Have you seen?
I mean, I have words with Rafe because so when we did the weekend, we went to go see Hadestown. I actually got to see Donal in Hadestown that weekend, obviously. But we realized a bunch of us were in town on the Friday, so we went to see Maya's play where she did her first little performance, Banging Denmark, which was really great and fun. And that was the night that Rafe and Taylor turned up as well. Do you remember the photos we posted out? We bumped into them, and it was like really nice to meet them all and such. He actually told us the other day, he's like, well, would you like to know a secret for season 3? And he's like, Donal sings in this season. And I'm just like, but now I've seen the moment. And yes, he is kind of singing when they come back and there's another repeat of the song, but it's like he's mildly singing in the background. It's all about Kira, and what you mostly hear is Kira. So, yeah.
I will say we on the show did predict that there would be a sing-along in this season and theorized on how it would happen. Wasn't quite this. But
it is true. We advocated for the musical episode of the week.
We
did advocate for a musical episode. This is true. So
I don't think this quite is the musical episode.
No, this is not the musical episode. There was music in it.
It is coming though. It's still.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, it's next week. You have Maxim and Alana trying to convince Perrin and the villagers to be ready themselves to battle by singing.
The entire battle of the Two Rivers is Les Mis. It's like a Les Mis reenactment.
We need
the barricade song.
But we need the training montage.
Exactly.
Of the Two Rivers.
Hear the people sing.
From Mulan, you know, and it's like, let's get down to business. Yes. To defeat
the hordes.
The horde, yeah. Anyway, any more hand talk moments?
I don't think the Foldies have any more, so Foldies will give you another minute or two as I say my last one. I do appreciate Bear Meese and Melaine giving Igraine the pep talk about how strong she can be in her own dreams and that she can make it her own world and she can overcome this Forsaken. And I really, really, really loved that pep talk. And when I heard it this morning, I woke up and I was in such a funk. And I've been feeling kind of like not sick, but when you're I feel like I'm getting sick, but I'm not quite there, and just blah, life is just kind of blah right now for me. And when I heard that, it instantly reminded me why I love this book series and why I come back to this series when I am in just these personal lows. And it's moments like this where these characters are going through their own personal hell and somebody comes in and is like, you know what? you can do this, and they're able to really just pull themselves up and persevere. So I love that, and I do think that is a very Aiel-esque. Like, it happens all over the place. It's not an Aiel only, but it is a very Aiel thing. Like, the Aiel do, like, it is one of their core fundamental things is like, I can do this. I will be able to do this. We are bred by the threefold land, and life is difficult, and we will carry on. So,
yeah,
love that.
I do too.
So,
I love that too, and I'm glad it made you feel better.
Yeah, it really did. It's like, again, this show is really carrying on with the tradition of the books of like that moment that you need it. So.
This is very true. I don't think I've seen any more.
I don't see. Everybody, they're all coming up.
Can you just put Moggy in like all caps? I mean,
the best bonkers moment.
The best bonkers.
That was pretty much mine.
I love that chat is continuing on with planning the musical episode. So good job, chat.
Moggy was all I put for bonkers as well. Was Moggy.
Just Moggy.
That scene is probably the scene where she compels Elaine and Nynaeve. It's so one of the best acted scenes I have seen on the show. Like,
it really
is. The smiles, like on those two, like that never drop. It just brought me so much happiness.
Yeah,
like,
their faces hurt so much afterwards. So like, they have to keep smiling so much.
How many takes do they have to do? You know what I mean, to get that right?
To do everything in perfect coordination.
That's like one of my top.
Yeah, the hands moving across as they got composed. Like,
the hands was where it
started. And how they're standing up, they start moving. They move multiple times and doing it.
Are you going to come back? We would really like that. It was so twisted. So good.
It's because you know it. It's because you know it's wrong, and you're just watching them like dig themselves into a deeper and deeper and deeper hole, and you're just like, oh my god, what is it?
Yeah.
What do you think of the Nynaeve like trying to hold on to the bracelet?
I thought that was very in character for Nynaeve.
Yes, it was such good foreshadowing
because she didn't know she was doing it, right?
Yeah.
And like, because that's how she works right now. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a Winners Ladies specific bonkers moment also.
Yeah, fighting the compulsion.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Mel has also put that in chat as well. So I have one. It was a very subtle one, but I think that we all know what happens. But it really resonated with me when Matt. It's not like, bonkers, but for me, I was just like, oh my god, what like the pattern at work or Taviran moment type thing. It felt to me when Matt realizes, oh crap, that's Tom. I hear singing, and like goes and tracks him down. Tom is singing a song about the Horn of Valere.
Yep. And he's like way in the marketplace, like far away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it like literally like I've got it on screen next to me right here. It's he literally sings the line, "For the grave is no bar to my call." Mm-hmm. And whose attention does he grab with that? But the hornblower's attention. I'm just like, oh, there was something just really very satisfying about that. So
I love that too.
I mean, I know they wouldn't do it, but I really appreciated Tom, like, kind of not recognizing him at first and being like, oh yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, you're that dude that left
you're Matt. Oh yeah, Matt, I know who you are. It was like I was like, why would he recognize Tom?
Yeah. So that was, not like a crazy, but for me, I was like, that felt very Taviran in that moment.
Totally. I'm with you.
I
love that.
I really enjoyed that moment. That
was
something.
Man,
really...
I love this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so much.
other bonkers moments, folks.
We have
Magic
some
Hammer.
in the chat.
I'd like to throw in one for a Molyneux appearance of Samael's Magic Hammer.
Mjolnir coming in. Yeah.
Samael's Magic Hammer. Just
very
put
spiky.
The inspiration.
It was kind of a meat tenderizer. Let's be clear.
Oh yeah.
Just put Sammy's. No, that's not
Mjolnir. MJOLNIR.
No, it's not MJIORNER.
What's MJ?
No,
There's an apostrophe in there.
M-
You know what? Just say M blah blah, and then
O
just do a whole bunch of letters, and
N
we'll fix it on the
I R.
back end.
MJ.
Yeah,
Tell me.
Perfect.
Tell
That
me,
works. That's
MJ.
perfect.
You
That's
know what
perfect.
it is.
OLNIR. There we go.
MJOLNIR. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, MJO with the double dots above it. LNIR. Yeah.
Oh, and umlaut.
Yes, which is what I
Okay.
said to begin with.
No. I was just sorry. I was just saying it does have. We can't put it in like keyboards. They're terrible for it. But
Umlauts. Umlaut over the O.
Umlaut.
yeah, that was just something really funny about him using basically a warhammer made of light. You know, it's just like okay, that's yeah.
Okay. Bonkers. Who else?
Molyneux.
See, that went for the Molyneux.
Molyneux.
I like it.
So from chat, Aiel, hunting this horn is soup's important to me. Perrin, funny story. See this picture.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say, Perrin, cock blocking. Aiel's story about the horn. Feel free to change that when you publish.
Love that. Nah, keep it.
Then we have, despite not being from the books, the post-Hills of Tanchico bit, where the team figuring things out and making plans feels just like all of their side plot banter from the books. So
It gave me real circus vibes, and I appreciated it for that.
yeah, I guess that's a good way to. Skeeter wrote a lot, which we appreciate.
Is that okay, Skeeter? What I wrote? You tell me if that's all right.
We were singing Bouncing with the Hunters seemed very similar to the books. Yeah.
Good.
And then from Lottie, Nynaeve
Yes.
getting drunk with men, let your braid down. I love them together. I have that also on my list.
See what happens when we let men have scenes? It's amazing.
Good things. Good things.
I mean, like she
Very
popped up
quick.
a couple other times before this season, and it was not magical. But this season, men is just amazing.
Yeah, it's also not a bonkers moment, but when they walk in as Elaine and Tom are singing, and just how she starts like dancing with people, and she's just so excited about it. I was
And she's like, "Get in here and dance with me! Come on!" You know, like
yeah, just you could tell like the actress does such an amazing job. You could tell she is a party animal and really just wants to like, you know what? I've got problems in life, but I'm going to drink my problems away. So
yeah, I love her in this episode so much. Like she
so
the more scenes we're giving her, the better the show is getting. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
Yeah. So we've got an issue sighting was Tad Bonky. So
fair.
I think
when it happened, I was like, "Oh my god!" You know, so yeah, definitely fits.
we should do a poll. Did you squee out loud?
I love that it was like
issue?
92 years ago or whatever.
95.
It was 95? Is that
Yeah,
what I said?
we just
Well, that 3
out.
years makes a big difference.
was
Like
like
if it was
95.
92, okay, 95,
95 years
wow.
ago. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Seriously.
So do we think because he was dreamwalking, he was still like really? He wasn't broken out yet.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that poll is in chat, folks. Please go and vote. What else we got? Nynaeve trying to make a joke.
That was so great.
It was
Yes.
adorable.
I love Mel's here.
Thanks. Oh, sorry.
Mel, sorry, Cat Mel. Is one bonkers moment for Mel was how little Leandrin captures the signature moves and facial expressions of adult Leandrin.
Ooh.
I didn't even notice.
Oh no,
That's
it felt.
great.
I was just like, she is, Kate as a kid, or Leandrin as a kid.
That's awesome.
As
Good
if she
for
would
her.
play. If Kate could actually play, if we had technology to make Kate a 13-year-old to play that, that's how Kate would have played it, sort of thing. And I was like, yeah.
Love it.
Lottie says I read this as hot guy, hat guy. I looked at. Do you know what? I was so adamant about, like, I think this is Asmodean, that I watched the credits twice to try and find the character listed in the credits to see if he was. There is a person. Clint Gordon plays the guy in the hat, by the way. Clint Gordon is listed. Guy in the hat. He's listed as Matt's admirer in the credits. And I'm like, I'm down for that. But yeah, hat guy managing to find the bracelet for Matt at a drugstore.
It's pretty great. I just read this. That again to Varen. So good.
Yeah. Hold on, did the camera point of view? Yeah, I think a lot of us probably did that. String Flame says Rand nonchalantly owning Sammy. Yeah, he doesn't even look. He shields, lightning bolts, the whole 9 yards. I was just like, dude's pissed.
And the lightning was Stone of Tear lightning. X.
Yes.
They were like echoing Stone of Tear, killing all the Trollocs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that. That was amazing channeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was very strange. And he was going banana crazy.
Yeah. He was just losing it. And I think all of that, I think that was the point of the redundance argument with Egwene beforehand, was just to piss him off, and then he just lost it when old Sammy shows up.
Yeah. How do we not have the Hills of Tanchico as a
bonkers moment?
Bonkers moment.
Okay.
The whole bunch of people at the beginning of the chat comments on it, and I didn't highlight any of them, so I have toe for not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hiding. Yeah. So, but people have throughout, like, everybody comes in is talking about the Hills of Tanchico, so that's totally a bonkers moment.
That was the choreography. That's so dumb and just so stupid.
Yeah.
I'll go with it.
Did you see what Rami posted on Instagram? I mean, she posted a few things today, but one of them was, your girl loves an entendre.
True.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, kudos.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense. Yeah. And I think she got what was the response to the first poll?
What?
Oh, earlier?
Were we surprised by the Hills of Tanchico?
I think
most people did not.
Yeah, most people didn't pick up it was about boobs until they saw the choreography.
True.
Yeah. So good job, Rami. You got us almost all of us.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just going to say that I posted on BlueSky that let me go find it because I want to read it because it's an image. So I was like, so after hearing the Hills of Tanchico, I will forever view Manchester as its real world place, or at least its sister city.
Man Boob Hill!
Because I quoted, like, where does the name Manchester come from? And the name Manchester originates from the Latin name Mamuseum, or its variant Mancunio. These names are generally thought to represent a Latinization of an original Brittonic name. The generally accepted etymology of this name is that it comes from the Brittonic mam, meaning breast, as in reference to a breast-like hill.
Like memory.
So, yeah.
Memory lands, yes.
So I was just like, they have Scouse accents. The Hills of Tanchico are boobs. I was like, this is where I live. I live in the right place of the UK, apparently. So
now I expect to see a very large breast-looking hill when I go to Manchester at some point.
I will take you around Manchester and you will see many.
I mean, it's man, chest, her.
It's true. It's true. Very literal up there. You know what I loved about that scene is that when I watched it before we saw the whole, like, dancing of the boobs, when he looks at her, she's like, let's play the song that everyone's favorite song, The Hills of Tanchico. When Tom looks at her, he's like, are you sure? And she says, yes. And at first I thought like maybe she was taking like a different song and just making it up. You know what I mean? Like just like a song she would know he could play. And then it wasn't until after I like realized when they started singing it was about boobs that he was really like, are you sure you want to sing this? Like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, why not? I think she actually knew it was about boobs. I don't think she was ignorant to that. I think she
No. She knew it. She was just like surprised by the Tanchico-ness of how everyone started groping themselves. Like that's what she twigged on, not that she didn't know that it was about boobs.
What was I going to say with that? Oh, someone posted a comment on my reaction video about it. It's the perfect sort of like show moment about how in the books Elaine always wants to learn like, you know, the really bawdy songs
and the cuss words.
The cuss words and the inappropriate statements and things from like wagon drivers and such. And I was like, of course she would learn a song about boobs because she's studied about it's just she's
living her best life right now. She's you know, she's like away from the tower and her mother. This is like her coming of age story where she gets to be on a sea folk ship, she gets to drink in Tanchico. She is loving this right now. She doesn't even like, I know she cares about the mission, she's focused, but at the same time she's like living her best life.
She's coming into her own, that's for sure.
I love her so much.
I was just like, you know what, I hadn't picked up on that and it's great. So
so good.
Yeah.
All right, shall I stop sharing? Are we all done?
Wait, we've got one more comment. Okay. Rand's sad bloody makeup was a lot like Alana's morning makeup.
Is that a bonkers moment?
I guess so. It's in
I can see that being bonkers. Yeah, it was
Rand's
that's cool.
Sad bloody
I noticed
makeup.
that.
Yeah. So, and it was, as Winter's Lady is saying, the song was a great tribute to RJ as well, because he's all about the bosoms. So.
True. When we say, okay, sorry, I have a question. We say Alana's, morning, not morning.
Morning.
Did I miss the you in that? Sorry, I didn't see a you. I was like, what did she have in the morning? Like messed up mascara? Like what's happening?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's her post-healing makeup.
Got it. I'm with you now.
I was heal her face.
Confused.
They didn't let her serve face after.
Yes, this is true.
I guess that part's not intuitive.
Okay. I think we filled out our form pretty good here.
We really did. Bonkersness.
There was some good bonkers moments this week.
There was a lot of good bonkers moments.
It's so good.
Honestly, I think next week we might need a much bigger section for bonkers.
We'll just keep going and then we'll figure it out. I can shrink the font. We'll make it work.
We'll make it.
We got this.
So, but yeah, I think we're good there. So we'll pop that down now.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, I forgot one. The whistling intro as Aaron's doing his thing.
Intro,
whistle. We heard
it. And they start the whistle before they start the whistle in like one of, I can't remember specifically which part of Perrin's scenes it is. And
it's like when you're looking at the town from above.
Yeah. Well, they start and then they zoom out and go up to the mountains and Perrin's up there with Trollocs and a woman with a spear. I don't know if that's an Aiel or not. But yeah. And then Matt being totally bi when he's flirting to get information.
With his admirer.
I know, right? I loved him just being totally bisexual.
For a manly man, you know.
This time he didn't have to ask if it was a murder thing. Or a sex thing. He just knew. He knew this time.
He's like, this is a sex thing.
He knows. Yes. He knows now. He's more confident. He can. He can understand flirting now.
Stabby might also be a very large box.
Patrick's making a prediction.
Yes, Stabby might be. I think Stabby and Bonkers might be the two big boxes next week.
Valid.
Although I feel like we will get some good hand talk moments next week because of Bane and Shiad and other things we might expect. So, but yeah, just a great episode.
Really good. Really good. They're all really good.
And can I just shout out Rami again for breaking us all a little bit right at the end there?
It's what she do.
It's what she do.
It's what she do.
Oh, with the
Alciera stuff. Kid.
Yeah. I feel like honestly, they went so crazy shocky with Moggy. I was surprised that they didn't go full kid puppet in this particular episode because Moggy was so bonkers. Like you could pair it with the kid puppet thing, but I mean,
I'm really glad she didn't start kidding up and doing anything. Like I did not want to see that.
You didn't want to see it?
No.
That's valid.
But the channeling was so good. Like, and you could just see like the force of the visual effects was so powerful. You could intuit exactly what they were
doing. Out from my girl.
I know.
I mean, and I love like
you were with us too
like Rand like arc just in that like 30 seconds was like, but I'm the destroyer, and he's like just so sad. He's like, but I am the destroyer, and that's my but he's like, but I'm also the creator, and he's just like, I'm like, oh my god, please stop.
That was nuts.
Brutal.
Yeah.
It
was just and the hills. Just the whole song thing. I have to say, this doesn't need to go on the board because it's not a moment. But initially, I was thinking, like Kira's Scouse accent I was like, that's a touch thick. You know, it's almost, you know, when an accent's like put on so thickly or so strongly that it almost, you know, it makes it stand out as fake. Mm-hmm. And initially, I was just like, that's a little thick. And then it occurred to me as I was watching, I was like, oh, she is putting it on in like Elaine's putting on the accent undercover. So of course Kira's putting it on a little thick because it's meant to be Elaine faking an accent. And I was like, so that actually makes it better because trying to act badly, like to act badly well, if that makes sense, like the actor acting well to show a character acting badly is actually not that easy to do, you know.
So I have a question about those accents because young Leandrin also does have that accent, and a lot of the other people, but adult Leandrin has a much more refined accent. Do you think Leandrin, if she gets like really pissed off at some point, might revert back to her?
Someone had an interview with her. I can't remember who it was. Who talked to her? Who talked to Kate?
So many people.
I think it was the talkies.
So many interviews.
No, it wasn't the talkies. Maybe it was John.
Maybe it was John then.
I think it was John. But she said that exact same thing.
Simone
she said,
interviewed her.
No, I didn't watch that one. But Kate said that her family is from Liverpool. And she asked permission if Tanchico could be what is it? Scouse. She asked if that could be the Tanchico accent because as a tribute back to her family. And she talked about how when she like it comes out and she decides when to come out and she wanted it to come out more and she talked about the process of doing that. It's really great. I'll have to find it.
That's cool.
It was exactly what you picked up on is exactly what she was trying to do with that accent.
Yeah. All right.
I thought she was putting on her apprentice accent, which was perfect.
Apprentice accent?
Her Gleeman's apprentice accent.
Oh, right.
No, Elaine was doing.
No, Kate.
Yeah, I know, but we were talking about accents earlier. But yeah.
All right, Amis, you brought up one other thing.
Yeah, I did.
You'd like to get the Foldies input on.
I do. Foldies. Maybe this has been talked about, so pretend like it hasn't, because I haven't paid attention to any other discussions about this episode at all. But apparently someone shared with me that they may or may not have heard something at a certain time in episode 6. It's very, very hard to hear, so we're going to turn it up a little bit loud. But I thought we could play it and then do a poll on what you think that they're saying. If you think what we think they're saying, if you think that's true.
So I've turned off the music. We're going to put this on. It's a few seconds ahead of where we need it. It's should happen in about 14 seconds after I press play. But the volume is up as high as I can make it. So listen carefully to the background noises.
Pulling me, pulling at me. Sometimes I can't stop myself from reaching out for it.
Right.
Oh my god, I heard it.
There was. So I'll let me throw it back. So listen carefully. There's a whisper of something.
Yeah.
There it was. Okay.
It's crazy.
One more time. Coming up now.
Right.
Oh my god!
That's
So
nuts.
do we think it says what we think it says?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't hear the nut at the end. I hear like the first 2 syllables.
Yeah. I'm just going to end the previous poll. Did you squeal out loud when Ishii appeared on the screen? 65% of you said yes, you did squeal. And now I'm going to start another poll. Did we hear? I'm going to spell it wrong.
Ilyena.
Yep.
Well, we'll put it up on the screen for you. Oop, but wrong. There we go. On the screen for you.
Oh, that's how I spell it. Nice.
Good job, Rob.
The Foldies got you.
There we go. So, and if I may have still spelled it wrong because I didn't
actually here. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. String Flame got it right. Yes.
String Flame got it right.
Yeah, six A's. So yeah, go vote on that. I cannot vote on that, but I, after listening to that a few times now, would vote yes if I heard that. So,
and the follow-up question I have is when the things start shaking a little bit and the stuff falls off, like the pops and break on the ground or just fall. Like, do we think that's actually Rand or Luce trying to come through? Like, I don't know, because she's like Rand, and he's not really like. You know, the show sometimes shows us channeling and sometimes doesn't, but like it doesn't seem like he's really channeling at that moment. And all of a sudden stuff's shaking and things are falling over, and I was like, is that Luce?
I
Is
think
that his
that,
voice?
to me, that scene came through as if it were written in the book, it would be a Moraine scene. Because, you know, she's like messing around with the Sakana in public. Okay. And then he catches her and she's like, oh, hide up my sleeve. So it felt like a Moraine scene where she's interacting around, and that scene was great because it felt like a conversation between equals a lot of
I
the
love
time,
that scene,
which was really, really good. And obviously him causing an earthquake felt very much like them hiding in the mountains at the beginning of the second book. At the second book. No, third book. Yes. Yeah. At the beginning of Dragon Reborn. And I just love that, you know, little callback moment there. But yeah, I think we didn't see any channeling because it was like meant to be a Moraine POV moment. That's kind of that's how the scene felt to me.
True.
Yeah, obviously I don't know.
I'm still not convinced he did it though. Like if that was heard, I don't know if that was Rand or not. I mean, it's Rand, but like Luce channeling through Rand, right? Like he's not like actively doing it.
So is your theory that whenever we hear that Andy's channeling, it's not him channeling? Because I mean, that's kind of like the show.
Maybe we'll see what happens, right?
Some sort of sound cue to indicate someone.
Maybe like we'll see what happens next episode, I guess, or the next one, or whatever. Like I'm not sure, but it's interesting.
And it could be. I like the questions that go around in chat. Like, was that Yosha's voice we heard? If it was a voice, or was it Alexander Karim's voice?
Well, he recorded stuff, right? Like he did a bunch of
stuff,
voice recording. Yeah.
So unless we get, as we've done in the first 2 seasons, a Age of Legends flashback for the cold open of episode 8.
There's it's very possible that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there was stuff recorded for some of the other Rand flashback, like Rodan scenes that maybe we may or may not have gotten. So even if it was recorded, maybe it was cut. So
it's very, very possible. So
we're not done yet. We have 2 more episodes.
So true.
Not everyone's voted in the poll who's watching, but a good chunk of you have, and it's extremely heavy in the yes category. It's like 94%, so I'm just going to end that poll. I think that's pretty clear.
Can we do one, and I didn't put a time down for this, but something that broke my heart was Mascom and Alana's conversation, and Alana's telling him it's time. And then the girls walk in and Mascom, trying to pep up Alana and then asking the girls if they can channel, and just the way, like, his entire acting there, I was just like, that I actually started crying during that because it was amazing. So, like, I don't know if this is the way we want to end it, but it's the one thing I actually had, like, starred on. Like I said, I took notes.
Look at your notes.
I took notes. I'm so proud of myself. I know I've been saying, like, oh my gosh, I always forget things. And
I'm obviously a big fan of Maxim and Alana. I really love what.
But we don't have to finish it that way. Saturday, you better play it on Saturday if you don't.
I'm going to play it now. I honestly think Taylor and Priyanka deserve real props for what they're displaying this season. It's, everyone is absolutely killing it with the acting. There's no one bad, in my opinion, right now. Like, I don't see anyone be like, oh god, they're terrible at this accent or doing that emotion or whatever it might be. But yeah, like the storyline is rough what they're trying to do, and I think they're absolutely killing it. So I'm happy to put that on screen. I do.
Yeah, because it wasn't a bonkers one. It didn't fit in any of our categories, but it's definitely something that I wanted to bring up. Was just like,
love getting thanked.
I love that. There we go. Let me play. Pop it back 10 seconds.
You love getting thanked. I laughed at that.
Yes, it's so good. Because he's like, she's basically either trying to sever the bond or something like that. Like, they're going through all this emotional shit.
I thought I said I could heal.
Others, yes. Not themselves. Can you channel?
Oh yeah, he's just killing it, and so is Priyanka. Like, I love it. But I mean, the thank you, you love getting thanked moment, just that made me laugh, because the way, like, he's even saying it like, I'm trying to make a moment where I think my Aes Sedai's about to die. I'm trying to make, this moment a bit, have some levity to it, or like bring the spirits up a bit. But he's obviously like choking back emotion while he's saying it, and it was just So, kudos to them.
Can I just give props to the show that we didn't get another Loyal moment where all that they get stabbed with a bunch of arrows and then they're fine. Like, thank you for making her almost die.
Yes.
And Karen also still injured, but you don't see it as much. But like, if she walked away from that and wasn't almost dead, like, I would have also been very upset.
Yeah, like Maxim got one little slice to the side, and Waters have advanced healing and such. Makes sense. Perrin's kind of bedbound for a while, depending on how he got stabbed in his side. Yeah, okay, like, I can partially buy that. As you say, he was still bedbound. Alana turns up, do you need healing? But yeah, like, Alana got stabbed, like, what, 6 arrows? 7 arrows? Something like that?
Yeah.
That she's really struggling, and it's,
I had this thought, like, that I was trying to justify that they were just constantly, and Matt also, like, I'm sure Matt has come in hungover a couple of times, and not just hangovers. I'm sure, like, if you're that fall down drunk, you're getting cuts and bruises and all of that.
Wow, I hadn't considered that. Yeah.
So they've probably just been healing for a long time, and nobody knew what was going on.
I like that it's both of them. Everybody's like, no, it's just Bode. It's just Bode. And I'm like, what? Why? Isn't it both?
There are two sisters, and two of his sisters twins, in the books. Right? They're not twins. They're definitely different ages. And Bode is closer to Egwene's age. Yeah. And so she and Egwene, when Egwene's the Amyrlin, Bode, like, tries to snap back and A, be friends, but then be like, hey, you're not better than me. She's like, actually, I am. So shut the fuck up and sit down. So.
I like that it's twins, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fun change rather than giving him 5 sisters and things like that. So I think we should end on a song. How do we feel about that?
Are we going to sing it?
Shall we try and sing with it?
I will 100% want to sing with us.
Only if we have the music from the show. Otherwise,
we're not doing it a cappella. Yeah.
Yes. I will play the scene. Don't worry about that, folks. Before we play that as our outro instead of our regular one, maybe? Should we do that?
Sure. Yeah.
Folks, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, talking all things Aiel, and we do lots of fun things between seasons as well, not just, drag out endless things that we've all talked about multiple times. We try and bring fresh ideas and fun things to do in between, and play games and have guests and all sorts of fun stuff. So please come and join us every Thursday night for that. And if you haven't watched my reaction, go watch that, and come back on Saturday when I'll do my weekend breakdown stream. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern, and I'll have fun guests, including Aisha will be back. Hopefully, she did say she'd come back this Saturday. She hasn't confirmed yet, but she did say she would come back.
Awesome.
And I did, for like the 4th week in a row, try and get my Colombian friend to join. And she's like, I'm not 3 until 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm like, that's when I finish. So maybe she'll never show up. Who knows? But yeah, we'll have fun with like book guests, so full spoilers, and then show new viewpoints at the end to round it off. It's a lot of fun. So 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern. So come join us for that. But to round us out, let's enjoy The Hills of Tanchico as performed by Kira Coveney and Alexander Wilhelm. Have I said that right? Close enough.
Sure.
It'll do.
Are we singing along right now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We do not apologize for what's about to happen.
Can you turn it up?
This is loud as it gets.
I'll tell you
a tale of a lad of
20.
There one boy with coin aplenty, sing for love and more's the pity. Lost into the hills of Tanchico City. And with three's too many. Brings me man to his knee. Hey, the hills of Tanchico. We're so good at this. The hills of Tanchico.
Flatten the whole shit's crew. These hills will make
a man out of you.
Tanchico.
Hills of Tanchico.